Hey kitchen friends! Last week we talked about root vegetables and what they are. And of course, root vegetables are vegetables where we eat what grows underground in the dirt instead of what sticks up that you can see. And so today we're going to talk about this vegetable. You know what this is? It's a carrot, right? It may look different than what you're used to seeing if you eat carrots. For one, it's a really little carrot, and also he still has all the green tops that we don't eat still attached, because this is the part that grows underground. And I'm gonna show you what I mean, because I got some video of me picking this tiny little carrot. Here's our little carrot patch, and you can see the green tops of the carrots, which we do not eat. If you look down here at what is growing underground, you see it is a carrot. Yes, this part that was underground is the root, because a carrot is a root vegetable. All right, so the recipe we're going to make today that features our root vegetable, carrot, actually looks like little pumpkins, but it's made with carrots. That sound kind of weird? I'll show you what I mean. Our ingredients for our recipe today is crescent dough sheet, vegetable flavored cream cheese, grated carrot, a celery stick, or this is actually a stem from some kohlrabi. It's just going to serve really as decoration. We need a cookie sheet, a butter knife or a spreader, and if you have a pumpkin shaped cookie cutter, or you could use a glass or anything shaped like a circle, and I'm sure you can get creative and make it look like a pumpkin. I have my crescent dough sheet rolled out, and I'm gonna treat it like it is cookie dough, basically, because I'm gonna take a cookie cutter and cut out as many little pumpkins as I can. After you have all your pumpkin shapes cut out, spread them out on a cookie sheet and bake them in a 375-degree oven for about 10 minutes. After they come out of the oven, they are going to need to cool down completely before we finish them. After the pumpkins have cooled, and they will cool quickly, we're going to take one and use our veggie cream cheese just like you would frosting, and cover your pumpkin with a layer. I'm going to be working with very clean hands, of course, always. And now, bet you can guess what comes next. We are going to use our grated carrot just like sprinkles and cover pumpkin completely to make it orange, and kind of press it down a little bit. And now every pumpkin has at the top, to connect it to the vine, it has a stem, and that's where your little piece of celery or whatever you have on hand is going to go, right at the top. Ta-da! So that's one down, 11 to go. Our story today is Too Many Carrots by Katie Hudson, published by Capstone Young Readers. Rabbit loved carrots. He collected them wherever he went. Rabbit was proud of his collection and burrowed it away in his cozy hole. But Rabbit had a problem, a big problem. He couldn't sleep. His cozy hole was too crowded to live in. I need a place to sleep, Rabbit told Tortoise. You could share my house, Tortoise offered. It looks cozy and snug, Rabbit said. Maybe it's a little too snug for two, suggested Tortoise. Not at all, said Rabbit. Uh-oh, oh dear, ouch! Ah, crash! Oh dear, well, perhaps we can stay in Bird's nest, said Rabbit. My nest is quite small, Rabbit, said Bird. I'm sure we will all fit, replied Rabbit. Rabbit hauled all his carrots up the tree. Whoa, groaned Tortoise and Bird as the branch wobbled and swayed and snapped. Crash! I'm so sorry, Bird. Now 3 of us don't have a place to sleep, said Rabbit. You can sleep in my house, offered Squirrel. Oh, thank you, Squirrel. How kind of you, said Rabbit. I don't think any more carrots will fit, Rabbit, said Squirrel. Just a few more, Rabbit replied. Uh-oh, whimpered Tortoise, Bird, and Squirrel. Creak, crack, crash! Now 4 of us don't have anywhere to sleep, grumbled Squirrel. You can sleep at my house, called Beaver. It has plenty of space. Great, I can bring even more carrots, Rabbit said with a smile. But with all your carrots, we can't fit inside, said Beaver, a bit bewildered. Just then, the rain started. Tortoise shivered, Bird whimpered, Squirrel squeaked. And Beaver heard a terrible rumble as his house collapsed. Oh no, my house, yelled Beaver. Oh no, my carrots, cried Rabbit. Ah! Crash! The friends groaned as they swept up onto the riverbank. Rabbit felt terrible. His friends were cold, tired, and homeless, and it was all his fault. Even worse, Rabbit still had all of his carrots and his house. And that's when he realized there was only one thing to do. Share everything with his friends. After all, carrots weren't for collecting, they were for sharing. and sharing made everything better. The end. So Rabbit went from only caring about his carrots to appreciating what he had and caring more about his friends and sharing with them. So along those lines, I wanted to suggest for you The Thankful Book by Todd Parr. It's a really good book to read any time of year, especially in November with Thanksgiving coming and thinking about being thankful for everything we have. And then the nonfiction selection for today is Where Do Vegetables Come From? And it's by Linda Staniford, and it features, it's about vegetables, but it tells about vegetables by telling about carrots. So it takes you from carrot seed, it shows you underground where the carrot grows, talks about how a bigger farm, how they harvest carrots, and in a smaller farm they do it by hand instead of machine. And then it shows you how the carrots go through a whole process until they look so different when you see them at the grocery store and then finally at your table. So that's a really good book that tells about where vegetables come from. All right, so I guess time is up and I will see you next time.